by the sea because of the alcohol levels, but he wasn't at all an overnight wonder. He hung around the studios for a long time until it became clear that his kind of clean-cut, stiff upper-lipped, cricketing Englishman was much in demand. Coleman by that time was into his 40s and aging a bit. They wanted a young Ronald Coleman. And here on their very doorstep was this lad who'd been hanging around in crowd scenes. And he became a star. He went on through a great many marvellous films. And then, of course, in the war, he came back here and fought. He wasn't one of the English who stayed in California, who were known as gone with the wind up because they were perhaps avoiding the draft. He came instantly back like Olivier, fought right through the war, made some very good English films like The Way Ahead, and then went back to California in the 50s and did the last great stint of his career, before, of course, becoming, as you said, a best-selling author, which I think in a way gave him the most pleasure. He once said to me that his first book was written only for a very few friends.
Was he as charming a man, Sherry, in real life as he always appeared on the screen?
Oh, yes. A painstaking, loyal friend to those who were his friends, and above all, a man who made it very easy. I was lucky enough to interview him 3 or 4 times in magazines and radio and television. He was a man of infinite charm and took very great trouble to make sure that the interviewer was getting what he wanted.
What about his private life, about which we know actually very little? Was it a happy one?
Well, up to a point, yes. He had a tragic first marriage. He married an English girl who he took back to America after the war, and within about a year of their marriage, or 2 years, she opened a door in an American house where the stairs went down and not up, and she fell down a flight of cellar stairs to her death. And it took him a long time to recover from that terrible shock because the children, the boys, were then very young. They were, I think, 5 and 6. He did, however, marry again. He married Hjordis, a model, Scandinavian model, in the late 1940s, and they remained very happily married right up to his death. So in that sense, it was a very happy second marriage, and he adopted other children and lived with them very happily in Switzerland, where he died, and in France.
Sheridan Morley, thank you very much for that generous tribute. We leave you tonight with the very sad news that David Niven has died at his home in Switzerland at the age of 73. From us, good night.
And there's a change to BBC One's published programme for the latter half of this evening. As a tribute to David Niven, who died earlier today, we're now showing an extended interview he had with Michael Parkinson, which was recorded in 1975. That's at 9:25. This means that regional programmes will be seen 20 minutes later than shown in Radio Times at 10:35, and the late film will now be at 11:10. In just under 10 minutes, the man from Uncle film, The Spy with My Face. First, Bugs Bunny with an adventure called Lighter Than Hair.